Hey there, awesome folks. This is Mentor Shelley, wanting to make sure that you become a better version of yourself professionally, guys. I want to talk to you guys tonight about something that I've been seeing in these YouTube streets going on with different creators. Everybody has their own perspectives, but I also want to share that as a career coach, I want to make sure that you understand that there's nothing wrong with having a job. There's nothing wrong with going for entrepreneurial pursuits. But I want you also, whatever you guys are doing, whatever you guys are aiming for, I'm gonna say go for it because it's actually feeding your economics, your personal economics. It's enriching your personal economy. But before we dive in, I do want you guys to know that we're going to talk about if you are going to quit your job, don't do so unless you have a solid plan. And I would hate for you guys to make these mistakes. And we're going to also look at some YouTubers to kind of give you a better sense of where I'm getting my reference point of reference from. All right, guys, I'm going to give you guys a chance to get in here. Stay tuned. Hey there, awesome folks. This is Mentor Shelley, wanting to make sure that you become a better version of yourself professionally, guys. And as you're coming in, go ahead and drop a one, say hello. Season greetings to all of you. Hello, because the holidays are coming up fast and furious. By the time you blink, we're going to be singing Christmas carols, like literally within a matter of weeks, folks. So I do not want you to take the time that you have for granted. Before we get into the nitty gritty and the meat of this discussion tonight, I want you guys to understand something. I am all for you living the life that you have that you've implanted in your visions and your dreams. Let's be clear. But the topic of our discussion is you shouldn't quit your job without a solid economic plan. I am all about making sure that you have your personal economy in place, whether you are a 9 to 5er solely, or you're a 9 to 5er that has a side hustle, or you are a 9 to 5er wanting to transition into full-time entrepreneurship, or you may be an entrepreneur and you have a regular job that supplements your income, or you are trying some things. At the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with stepping out and trying. I actually encourage that. But what I also encourage is for you to exercise wisdom. At the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with good old-fashioned wisdom. So we understand exactly what it is going forward, what we're going to be doing. We're going to be looking at some YouTubers tonight, 3 different ones that have a different perspective, and I want you guys to avoid some of these costly mistakes. Some of the people are doing pretty well, and some are not. Some have some vulnerabilities that they may not be hit with just yet. And then it all depends on what it is that that what it is that they're subjected to. Where is it that the cha-ching is coming from? That truly is the ultimate answer to the question, because based on where the money is coming from, that also makes a difference where the control of the money is coming from. As a career coach, I want to make sure that you have all of what you need, and I want you guys to be able to forge the path, whether it be entrepreneurial, whether it be advancing in your career, or increasing. I'm all for increasing your, your salary, or increasing your personal economy by monkey branching to different jobs. Of course, we have also had our friends of the channel, Black Women Making Money, that uses that particular term, monkey branching, to careers that definitely will increase your salary. I am all for this, but I want you to do that. I want you guys to do these type of things with wisdom. So the first YouTuber that I want you guys to take a look at with me, it is going to be, one moment. We've been hearing, I've been seeing a lot of her videos online and hearing different stories, and other YouTubers are, you know, blowing her up or making videos about her. Her name is Dodash, and I've actually seen her material when she initially lost her weight. There are different videos that she has here. She's doing DoorDash is because she was actually doing DoorDash as and as a DoorDasher, she was actually making money the independent way. Instead of working a regular 9 to 5, she said in several videos that she doesn't want to work a 9 to 5 before. She has had a business in the past. I think a hair care line of some kind, if I'm not mistaken. I did watch a few of her videos, but this is the one I want you guys to pay very close attention to. Let me go ahead and share that particular video so we can really dive deep into where I want to make sure that we don't make any costly mistakes. With her, I think, to be very honest with you, she's in a particularly interesting position. But let me go ahead and at least share this video, and I'm going to play a little clip of it so you guys can get a better understanding where I'm going with this.
You know how when you hit a certain number, right at the number you want to say something, but you don't really want to say nothing because you know somebody's going to unfollow or unsubscribe, and then you'll be back at like $4.99. Because why are people like that? You know what I'm saying? Oh my God.
Right.
I'm looking so silly. It's unbelievable because y'all, it's just, I've been going through so much and working so hard and dealing with so much. And all I can say is just, no matter what the situation looks like, feels like, keep going in the direction of what you want. I don't care what it looks like. You just got the letter in the mail and they told you got so much time to do this, and it's like you want to get down, you want to cry, you want to feel like you're losing it all, but don't. Keep going on your YouTube journey.
All right. I'm gonna come back on the screen for a second. Listen. I'm all for you going for your YouTube journey, but I also do not want to advise you to make that your only source of income. Let's be clear. I want to make sure that you guys, there's a lot of people that are making videos about the fact that, oh, she's fake and oh, she's this. I think she has a perspective to offer, and apparently within the space of the last 60 days, this young lady has risen. I think she had, I forgot what the number was before, maybe like 7,000 or 8,000 subscribers, and she shot up to 50,000. I think she's at 56,000 right now. That video took place when she hit the 50,000 mark within the space of 30 to 60 days. And that's great. And she's been talking about the fact that it has paid her quite well. And that's beautiful. However, my question is that a real goal? Is that going to be something that can be sustainable long term? Number one mistake, is that true financial security? the real cost of quitting without a cushion. Of course, she does DoorDash and she does other gig type of work where it's not that hard for her to go back to doing that. Let's be clear. And, but if YouTube is paying you more money and if YouTube is easier, she's going to probably do that. However, at any given point in time, remember, YouTube can also close your AdSense account and take away those funds. So, what I would definitely suggest for her, and this is not her first YouTube channel. I've seen her on YouTube at least in the last few years. This is not her first YouTube channel. Let's be clear. So let me make sure I say that. But did she have a business? As a matter of fact, I saw a couple of other videos of hers where she was selling how to start a YouTube channel and grow fast for $19.99. I went on the page. And I'm like, not that there's anything wrong with digital products. And she specifically stated that this digital product is for a beginning YouTube person, which, excuse me, if that person that's wanting to start a YouTube channel really just spend some time looking up videos like that, the information is there for free. So I wouldn't say that would be, just from my opinion. Of course, you don't have to agree with me, folks. That may not be a sustainable way for her to make money. Now, she's free to do what she wants. She shares her life. She shares her ups and downs, her goals, her dreams, things of that nature on her channel. And she's encouraging people that are in the Gen X, proud member of Gen X myself, in the Gen X generation and older, because you have some 50s and some 60s. Some of the 60s, they're of course going to fall into the generation before Gen X, the silent generation, as they call it. They're starting YouTube channels, and I've been seeing them pop up. I guess based on my algorithm, I get to see some of those folks doing great on YouTube. At the same token, the difference though between, let's say, a DoorDash that's really just expressing and putting her life out there. There is another YouTuber that I saw. Let me see here. Let's go to her YouTube page. Let's see. Alrighty. Okay, so this YouTuber is called Midlife Entrepreneur, starting your YouTube channel today. She is, let me make sure I get her name right, Darlene Obion. It looked like she was a makeup artist at the beginning, before because I looked at her YouTube channel. She had a few, she started back her YouTube channel in the last couple of months. And she actually has businesses. She has a business. And she's talking about starting it because of her age and using what is on, what's on trend, so to speak, to be able to communicate her value. And automatically, just from how her titles are and what she's talking about, like if you look at her thumbnail here, I'm going to play a little bit of her video, but beauty is what I do. So, she's part of the she's part of the beauty industry in some way, shape, or form. She has a course that she's promoting about digital, digital marketing for women, things of that nature. You see her with affiliates right here, things of that nature. I don't know what her situation is, and I can't speak to it based on this, but I'm almost going to guarantee that she has either other businesses going on, or she may still be working a 9 to 5, or, if you watch her channel a little bit more, you most likely can find those things out. But the stark difference between her and DoorDash is that you automatically understand her message. She's coming on saying beauty is what I do. So there's already a brand message there. but she did, express the fact that she restarted her YouTube channel based on the fact that, she's in her 50s, and she very beautiful lady. She doesn't look like she's in her 50s. But I'm going to play a little bit of her view so you guys kind of get a feel for her messaging.
Hi everyone, I'm back. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Darlene, and welcome to Beauty is What I Do 2.0, where I talk about all things beautiful. And what's beautiful right now is the fact that I am in my mid-50s. I am an entrepreneur. I am starting this or restarting this YouTube channel, and I am taking you guys along with me on this journey, and I am so happy about it. So first of all, if this is your first time here, welcome. And then for all of you who've been with me when I first started this YouTube page in 2020, thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for hanging around. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. I so appreciate it. Today, I just want to talk about how right now is just the best time to be on YouTube.
Okay. All right. I didn't have to play much of her stuff for you to get a good sense of what it is that she's coming with. All things beautiful. And I love her energy. But she does give you some level of professionalism with her messaging as well. I also want to bring the second point and third point. Does she have, let me see here, financial? Let me go ahead. I'm going to put all of the possible setbacks in the chat here that I wanted to discuss in a little bit. Let's see here. And let me make sure. Okay. Yeah, because I'm not trying to sit up here and say don't do it. All I'm saying is if you're gonna do it, have a plan. Have a plan. Have a plan that works. Have a plan that makes sense. Have a plan that has a plan B, C, D, E, or F to it. Don't jump out here and do it and not take care of your responsibilities, folks. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying don't do it. Let's be clear. I'm not hating on nobody. I'm listening. If it works for you and you can find the value in it, I am all for that. So before we go to the next YouTuber and her journey, let's talk about this: the financial security and the real cost of quitting without a cushion. Number one, if you are going to take on something like YouTube or something freelance or a entrepreneurial pursuit full time, a few months of savings, as it says, may not be enough. The reality of unpredictable expenses and how to prepare. Number one, if you know your expenses are going to be, I'm just throwing a number out here. Let's say $4,000 a month, right? Or five. Let's just round it off to a nice even number, 5. And it may take at the very least when you're doing entrepreneurial or freelancing or contracting type of transitions, because you're transitioning from a 9 to 5 to, let's say, if you want to do YouTube full time, because there are ones on here that have done it. And the next person I'm going to be looking at did do that. However, they were not by themselves. I'll touch on that in a little bit. So let's say your expenses are $5,000, right? $5,000 a month. You want to have at the very least 6 months. That comes out to about $30,000 put to the side for emergencies. You never know what can happen. You never know what kind of situation financially can happen whenever you're building something, when you're building a business, or you're building your content plan, or you're building anything, and you leave your 9 to 5. You have to have some form of a cushion. Anyone that's building a business, and if they tell you that, oh, I just started and I took a chance and I took a leap, They really took a chance. However, I would not recommend you do that unless you have cushion. At the very least, not a few months, but at the very least 6 months. Okay? Because the reality of unpredictable expenses is real. The stress of running out of funds mid transition and how it can affect your decisions. You also want to have a fail safe. If you're running low and you're at that point where you're almost there. You're almost there, right? You may need to hop on doing DoorDash like she did, or Uber Eats, or um, you know, roadie or something. Hey, Stowe Rocks, how are you doing? Yeah, you gotta have that emergency fund, hunty. Car trouble, unexpected expenses. You got to have the emergency fund, and it got to be at least 6 months if you're gonna really leap out here. Please make sure you have a plan and you have backative. Car trouble, unexpected repairs. Yeah, still rocks. Most people are one paycheck away from being broke, broke. Listen, you'd be surprised how many. However, please, if you're going to jump out and jump into the deep end and really make this entrepreneurial journey work, please, oh, please have your cushion. Okay? And I don't mean a couple of months cushion. I mean 6 months to 12 months cushion, because what you're pushing forth, the baby you're birthing, which is the business, or the baby you're birthing, you could be a content creator. You could be selling insurance. You could be doing something that you're it's a part of sales. Building sales skills sometimes takes time, and you have to have your cushion in the event things are not working out as fast as possible. You can still take care of your responsibilities. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with jumping out there and taking a leap, but please have a plan and please have your cushion. Number two, career path stability, how to avoid unnecessary setbacks. The importance of having career transitions and having them done in a strategic way. This is part of what I coach on in the career strategy sessions that I have available at mentorshelley.com/consultation. If you want to make that transition from 9 to 5 employee to business owner, successful profit making business owner, please, if anything, you're gonna have to burn the midnight oil for a while. I would always suggest you have your 9 to 5 and build your side business on from 5 to 9. Because at the end of the day, it's your baby, you create it, but you also have to be wise in how you create it. I would always recommend you do both and transition, and eventually when that 5 to 9 starts matching, or better yet, double the income that your 9 to 5 is paying you, then you have some good decisions to make. But until then, if you're able to hold out till then, if you're able to do both till then, I would always recommend you do both, unless the situation is slightly different. It all depends on what is going on, how your finances are holding up, and in what ways you can strategically plan. Please, the impulsive exits are not good for the responsibilities and the financial obligations you have. Okay, whether you want to jump out there and make some impulse decisions, rented mortgage is still due on the first, or for some people on the 15th. You do not want to render yourself homeless in the process. Please don't do that. Okay. Building skills, connections before you leap. You always want to make sure that's where the whole monkey branching and connecting and networking with different people in different industries becomes so important. Okay. Having a solid plan, it's not just about money, it's about making sure you have great connections. If something were to happen and you need to reach out to somebody right away and say, listen, I'm working on XYZ, but I do need a job for a good 6 months to be able to stop these gaps or handle this situation until the business gets to a certain point. I would always recommend you, if you're in that particular position and you're transitioning, I would recommend you keep the 9 to 5 until the business can support you and another person. Okay? Please, 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 please. Mr. Rock says, someone said your network equals your net worth or something like that. Yes, your network equals your net worth, and that is extremely important, especially when you monkey branch it and when you're making that transition from 9 to 5 to entrepreneur. And I also want to stop and mention Victoria Langford, the credit solutionist. If you're looking for a specific blueprint as to how to make that transition and what to do, and the step-by-step guide or step-by-step intricate strategic steps on how to do that, she does have a small business blueprint course. You can go over to her YouTube channel, or you can go to mycreditcall.com to find out more information. So I want you to be aware of that. Listen, there's more than one way to skin this cat. At the same token, I want you to have a plan. I want you to be prepared. And what I don't want you to do is jump out there and not have a solid plan and be able to not be able to handle setbacks as they come. Okay? Mistake number 3. We want to address that as well. Mental and emotional well-being. Please protect your confidence during this change. Listen, nothing says change like you feeling like you're going through imposter syndrome. If this is your first time starting a business or this type of business, or you've never been down this path before, imposter syndrome is a shut your mouth, okay? And the hidden pressures, anxieties, unplanned career moves. That's why I said it's important for you to strategically plan for this transition. Have a clear, realistic plan where it shows that you're protecting your mental well-being. Do not just jump out, and then when you're in deep waters and you can't tread, like, come on, let's be wise about this. You can't. So it's kind of like the person that is living in someone's basement, mouth off to the person that owns the place, and you're not paying any rent, and they can decide to kick you out at any point. You might not want to write the check that your butt can't cash. So I'm not saying go ahead and go for your goals and dreams. I am all for living the dream life and the dream career that you so seek. I also like to do it with a strategic plan, folks. A strategic plan is absolutely key in making sure your mental and your emotional state is ready. And some of the things that you're going to encounter, nobody can predict exactly what's going to happen on a entrepreneurial journey, or on a journey where your time freedom is what you're fighting for, along with your financial freedom. It's never going to be easy, because if it was easy, everybody would do it. Everybody would do it. Entrepreneurship is not something easy. However, it builds you as a person. It builds you mentally. That's why it's always so important to keep your mindset positive, to keep your mindset productive. And sometimes people approach things differently. Do not look at things going, I can't do it. Ask the question, how can I do it? Not, I don't know what to do, but let me find out. Because nobody knows everything. That's why we have resources. That's why we have tools. That's why we have places where we can find the information and then put a strategic plan together on how to implement them. That will also help with your mental and emotional state during these transition times. Last but certainly not least, let's see here. I'm all for us moving, having empowered decision making. Choose your next move with clarity. As I said before, do you want to make this move to be a content creator and be out there, and you just happen to jump on to ride the wave of the algorithm and your channel blows up within 30 days? That's awesome. I would suggest, if you don't have a business to offer services, take that money and invest it so it can grow little children, which is more money. Okay? Or better yet, use it to start a business. Just my suggestion. You want to use the money that you made to make more money. That's all I'm saying. Now, empowered decision making. I want to make sure that I go into this a little bit more. Um, you want to have a solid plan that gives you the freedom to explore new opportunities without rushing. That's what I just said. The benefits of setting career goals and making informed choices. Please choose wisely. I want you all to, if that being a full-time content creator is what you want, I got no problems with that. I'd love to be able to say that myself. However, mother also needs a place to live, and mother is not going to risk that. Okay? So we're going to do things wisely over here. We're doing that with a concrete plan. Okay? And we're doing that with strategic moves. Yes, we may not have all the answers, but I certainly know how to look it up. I may not have all the answers, but I certainly know where to find it. It's called libraries. It's called a book. We're on this wonderful computer here, the internet, and talk to people that have already done it. Network. Your network is important. Now, it can cost you financially, it can cost you emotionally, it can cost you mentally, and it can cost you physically if you approach this without dun, 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 let's talk about it, folks, without approaching it with wisdom and a plan. You need both, darlings. You need both. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the last YouTuber, because her journey was very different from the other two. Where, let's see here, where she actually had an actual, she had an actual lucrative career path, and she made the decision to go ahead and start her YouTube channel. But I'll let her tell you a little bit of her story.
So I went from working as a nurse practitioner. I quit that job. I started working YouTube full time. And a lot of people thought I was crazy, by the way. But I am now making over $60,000 per month. And yes, I will show you the proof. So this is not to brag, y'all. I just want to inspire you and let you know that you can also do this too. So today, I just want to share my story with you. I want to share my journey to entrepreneurship, because it is my mission to help as many people as I can to also make this type of money and more. What's up, guys? This is Monique, and welcome back to the channel. I am back with the news that you can use. But first, if you are new here, hello, bonjour, hola, aloha, konnichiwa, wagwan, shalom, assalamu alaikum, namaste. Thanks for stopping by, but don't be a stranger. Hit that subscribe button and join the family. Now, I know for some reason a lot of people like to tiptoe around this topic. They do not like to share how much they are making. But like I say, I do this for inspiration, because I know when I was younger, I used to look to YouTube videos to see how these people are making all this money. And guess what? It pushed me and it let me know that I can do this too. So I have been hustling since I was a teenager, but not a lot of people know this. My very first YouTube page was in 2008. And y'all, I swore to myself I would never let anybody see this channel or these videos. I would never talk about it again. But I was like, you know what? We're going to lay it out all on the table today. We got to be transparent, because a lot of times people think that people just arrive at a certain place. But no, it's a journey to get there. It is not all pretty. So at 18 years old, I decided for some reason it was a good idea for me to try to be a singer and put some videos on YouTube. Hi everyone, my name is Monique. This is my first YouTube video. Put your arms Round me, boy. Yo, did you see that shoulder movement? I just
Hold up. Press pause. Hold on for a second. I can't. That was hilarious. Hold on a second. Let me go back on the screen. Ah, oh my goodness. That was funny. It's so hard to believe. It is, but you have to believe. And her story gets funnier. That little clip just had me giggle because she talks about the fact that she's always had a budding desire to be a content creator and to be creative. And although she picked up and actually went into nursing, became a nurse practitioner, she still had the desire and the goal to go ahead and start creating content on YouTube. And what she also did was, I think, with her situation, um, the vid she ended up getting laid off from her job, and she started putting out more content more seriously, and she actually decided to take YouTube more serious, and she decided to just go for it. She ended up quitting, because nurses were in high demand during the vid. And she did a stint with another place. I think I had listened to some of her story, and she said she just decided to go full blast. However, in what she was doing, remember, this is not a single woman. This woman is married. That means while she is pursuing YouTube full time, mind you, it's lucrative for her now because it took time for her to figure out what was working. She was posting videos about her weight loss. She was posting videos with her husband doing all kinds of couples things. And eventually, when she started posting about finances and credit and things of that nature, that's what took off for her. But in all that time, with her taking YouTube to the next level and putting content out there, she also has sponsorships. Let's be clear. So if you want to watch the rest of that, I can also I can also it's her name of her channel is called Journey with the Hintons. Um, so that her journey is is unique in a sense where she always wanted to do it and she saw the opportunity and she went for it. However, her backup was dear old spouse. Because I'm sure all this time her husband is working. And maybe their situation might be a little different now. I mean, she's making in a month more than some people make in a year. So, she's making that money now. But it took sacrifice, and I'm sure it was a strain on the husband for a while until the YouTube channel and her sponsorships got to a certain place. I know she has sponsorships and different and most likely she does a lot of affiliate marketing as well. So she has money coming from different places. She actually went through piece by piece what she makes. Sir Roxa says, I don't doubt that she makes that much. I just always thought her videos were cheesy. I'm sorry. I keep thinking about jumping on YouTube. You should. She's very consistent though. That might be how exactly. She is very consistent. Ever since she decided to take it serious after she quit that last nursing practitioner job, she's been on YouTube and she's been pumping them videos out ever since, and it's paid off in spades. And her channel grew pretty quickly too. However, the difference between her and let's say a Dodash is that she has affiliates. She also has she also has people that she interviews on her channel. It's not just lifestyle and I'm doing this, and if you're over 40, you should do it too. And yeah, Dodash has a positive energy that she exhibits, but does she have affiliate marketing that that she's doing in the meantime? Excuse me, that $20 a month, $20 digital course that she has, is that going to be something that she can market to another level down the line as a legitimate business course, so to speak? So I look at all three of these women. They're all in their own different elements on YouTube doing their thing. At the end of the day, my advice as a career coach to anyone that wants to go ahead and do YouTube full time or want to be a content creator doesn't have to be on YouTube. It can be on TikTok. It can be on Instagram. It can be on Threads, which is a derivative of Instagram. It could be on that other. I don't like the person that owns it. No, no, I don't have any respect for a supposed CEO that allows discrimination and mistreatment of people for 8+ years before the EEOC decides to bring charges against them because they have belligerent and continuous racism and discrimination going on in their organization. So I am no longer a member on that particular social media site, nor will I name this person on my channel anymore. Because as far as I'm concerned, that person is not a good person. So I am no longer affiliated with that particular social media site. Anyway, so what I will say is this: if you want to be a full-time content creator, I have no problem with that. But if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Okay? I want you to avoid the costly mistakes we went over. But if you are serious and you really want to get into it, go ahead and schedule a consultation with me so we can put a true career plan together for you to make that transition from 9 to 5 to content creation or whatever other business plans you have. But if you want to go at your own pace and you want to go ahead and be able to get the step-by-step guide, I will go through an individualized plan with you. We'll work on that together in the consultation. However, you can go to Victoria Langford. She has a course, Small Business Blueprint, that you can purchase. Her course goes from soup to nuts, how to set up a business. Now, if you want to do that on the side, great. I will set, with my consultation, go ahead and work with you one-on-one so we can understand, okay, you're going to be working with you're doing your 9 to 5 this time, and from 5 to 9, 5 to 10, 4 days a week, these are the things that you're doing to build your business. These are the things you're doing to market your business. These are the things that you're doing to network, to expand your network, so you can spread the word about your business, not just to your new network that you're going to go out there and obtain, but with your current network, the people you already know in your, I don't have my phone with me, if your nifty phone or on your social media platforms. Guys, I want you guys to be aware. I am never going to be the person that tell you don't pursue your dreams, but always don't just jump out there with no plan, because you can drown, especially if you don't have a life jacket. Always have a strategic career plan. Whether you're making the transition back into the workforce as an ex-trad wife, because I did not forget y'all in this. Whether you want to become an entrepreneur and you're working a 9 to 5 now, you want to make that transition. Or if you want to go ahead, you don't have anything going on right now. Maybe you're looking for a job and you can't find one, and you want to make something shake. If you're in any of those positions, go ahead and schedule a consultation with me, or go ahead and grab Victoria Langford's Small Business Blueprint course to get started. At the end of the day, action speaks louder than words, folks. And we're here to help in whatever way, shape, or form that we can. I'm here to help you become a better professional, whether it's in a business for yourself or working with an employer for the right fee, of course, because we go over we go over salary negotiations and things of that nature as well. And of course, if it's the ex-trad wives that are watching right now, go ahead and download my free guide. If you're looking to make that transition, you're not sure what skills you have available or what skills you can offer to the marketplace, whether you want to use that to start a business or you want to use that to get back into the job market, go ahead and download my guide at mentorshelley.com/ETW. But I will work with you one-on-one if you're more serious and you're ready to get started and hit the ground running. You need a strategic plan based on your specific circumstances. That's where my consultations will use what you've discovered in your ETW, in the Extrad Wives economic guide, and then hit the ground running with your career strategic plan. All right, guys, I wanted to just offer my take on this whole, you know, over 50, the over 40 and the over 50 YouTube sensation, and I have no problem with any of it. Listen, if it don't make money, it don't make sense. So keep doing what you're doing. If she can make her money, make her money. But honey, have a service business or some kind of business so you can keep the money rolling in when YouTube algorithms change on you. All right. At the end of the day, I want you to become a better professional, whether you're in business for yourself or you are working with an employer for a specific fee. This is Mentor Shelley, wanting to make sure that you become a better version of yourself professionally. Please avoid the costly mistakes if you're making that transition. And most of all, before I go, have a concrete plan. All right, guys, take care. This is Metro Shelley, wanting to make sure that you become a better professional. Go ahead and like the video, share it with somebody you know that can benefit from it, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are on the way to 1,000 subscribers. I'm on that journey, and I need y'all to go ahead and share the video, share the channel with other people that will find the information helpful. All right, guys, this is Mentor Shelley, over and out. Blessings and peace to all of you. Good night.